the battery and heating the battery up, and then causing a situation that you don't need. So I'm going to take the easy route here, and I guess first it's a good idea you can just snip the balance connectors off because you're not using them. You're going to use the 6S connector, so very carefully go around and snip off the tiny silicone leads. Usually snip them off, and it doesn't really have to be neat, because probably when you desolder these or solder them, you're gonna and you just gotta be careful not to short anything, because a lot of times you can touch the metal to metal, and next thing you know you got a spark. So it's always good to wear safety goggles too if you're not a crazy like me, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna use my 60-watt soldering iron. It's got a little more ass behind it, and I find a trick is that you just kind of let the you pick the two that you don't want or the two you do want, and then you just kind of let them hang. So when you solder that, when you hold the soldering iron onto this tab here, it will actually drop that battery, and we want to be careful not to hit the leads together. So alright, we're going to heat up this solder joint, and see, look, it just pops away like that, and now you have two cells and two cells, you know, 4 cell just split into 2, and we can keep on working here. We're going to take the soldering iron again and try to peel the battery. You want to be as far away as possible from this battery thing. It does take heat, but it doesn't take very much heat to melt it. So we're gonna hit, I'm holding the 60 watt on this lead here, and then I just popped it off there. You don't want to pull it because you'll actually break things, so you want to just let the solder glide. And I'm gonna just go ahead and take this one off because it will inevitably not be needed, this configuration, anymore. So I'm just holding my soldering iron on there, and it's not wanting to come off. Come on, there we go. Alright, so I got these cells separated. I'm gonna set them in my safe metal lipo box, and I got the cells that I want to use here. I'm gonna add them on, and you know, I've been screwing this up a lot lately when I do this. Alright, so yeah, first I'm gonna snip those balance tabs off. Here are the balance connectors. Just snip them off with either scissors or line cutters or wire cutters or whatever you can get in there with. So I'm just going and snipping these, and then I guess theoretically you could snip these too, but I just find it's easier to hold it and let it fall off the bone. So I've been, like I said, I've been screwing this up lately because sometimes I put the polarities wrong, and I'll seal the battery all up, tape it all back up and everything, and then the polarity will be wrong. So I'm going to check my polarity with the multimeter here. You know, obviously this was positive here, but so yeah, we got positive, and this looks like this is positive. I'm just checking our thing here, and then sometimes you can just hold them up to it and be like, once again, be careful not to short it out, but you can basically hold them up to each other as if they would. I'm gonna fold this tab up a little bit to get it. And when you're folding these tabs, be careful. They only have so many times you can bend them basically before just the nature of the metal, it'll snap off. But alright, so I'm gonna hold it as if that was the end goal here, and put my negative lead into one side and positive. So it's reading 2477. So that's 25 volts. So that's what we want. So we took the two cells, I don't know if you see that, and we checked the polarity, and we took the positive lead off of one side of the 4S battery, and then we stick them together basically. And you can actually use a double-sided tape here. I don't know if you really have to though. So we're just gonna hold them together and then solder them together. I'm gonna put a little bit of flux if I can find it. Got some flux here in my little syringe of flux paste. Maybe? No? There's a little bit in there. Damn. Need to get more flux paste. Alright. So yeah, just hold them together as tight as you can. Or put them, I guess you could put them in a vise if you really were feeling brave. And yeah, basically we're going to solder them together here. So get it nice and hot, and they are soldered together there. So now, for all intent and purposes, you have a 6S battery. And okay, so while we're at it, we are going to solder on this positive side here. Get it nice and hot. And like I said, as little time as possible holding them, soldering on there, because you will heat up the battery eventually. So yeah, now basically all you're going to do is put the balance connector on. I don't know if you can see that. So now we took the two cells from one 4S and took the 4 cells from another, and we have a 6S battery now. And I need to find a 6S connector, but yeah, that's basically it. Got my box of connectors here. I probably don't have any 6S connectors, and none of my stuff seems to be coming from China right now. So I'm wondering if that's like another wave of COVID or something that's screwing up the shipping lines. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find a 6S battery lead. I might make a follow video here, or like a part 2, because I'm terrible at editing. But that's basically it. You're then gonna put a balance lead on. I'll just show you it, because yeah, I gotta find in my 6S. We're doing the shit live, alright? But basically, here's the trick I always learned. You locate the red or the positive side of the balance connector. They have a bunch of diagrams online that tell you the standard balance connector. There's like 3 different kinds, but you'll be able to see that one is like the ones you have on the other batteries. But anyway, there'll be a positive lead most of the time on one, but there'll always be a positive on one side or the other. So you're going to take that positive, and that's how you start. So you look at this, and you just go right down the line there. So that's positive, that's your first cell, second cell, third cell, and then the fourth cell. This might be a 3, yeah, this is a 3S connector, so this is only 3 cells. But I'm just going to show you, because I got to find the yeah, I got to find the 6S connector. But you're going to put the positive side of this balance connector, solder it to the positive side, and then just work your way back all the way to the negative side. So you'll take the positive, put it on there, the closest one to the positive goes to the next cell, the next one, the next wire goes to the next cell, and you just keep going down the line until you get to the negative cell, and then you'll have your 6S battery soldered up, and you basically just tape it back together the way you did. Use this white special tape and the cardboard on the top and the foam on the bottom, and either use a heat shrink if you got them, or you can use some duct tape and some electrical tape and stuff like that, but that's basically it. That's how you put two batteries together. And like I said, you have those two extra cells ready to go for the next one that you're gonna inevitably make. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully that helps some people. But that's how I make 4S cells into 6S cells. And sometimes, a lot of times, that's cheaper. But yeah, thanks for watching my video, and I'm hoping to make some more soon. And alright, see you on the next one.